will close the scars she bore, but ash can still become a roar. So play your name on violin, a requiem to start again.
Forgets to
leaves behind a fractured glare, a girl too wild for glass to bear. And if you see her in your own, beware the truth you've never known. She smiles once, then fades from view. The mirror shows what you must do. others dare not stand. A queen unbound by mortal land. She leaves behind a path of fire, a song of ruin and desire. So fear the silence in her flight, for she returns with raven light. touch, no father's grace, just ashes smeared across her face. The earth itself became her kin, a daughter sworn to what's within. Grave-born, rise without regret. From death's zone, wound and silences. No candle, let no bell to chime. She is the death that bends through time. She never asked what life could mean. She carved her truth through bone unseen. Each heartbeat deeper in the soil, each tear a war that would not spoil. And when the graves began to sing, she stood as queen, not offering. Grave-born, rise without regret. From death's zone, wound and silences. No candle, let no bell to chime. She is the death that bends through time. Her name is inked in cemetery stone, but none can claim her for their own. For she was forged from end to end, and learned that death can still transcend. The grave